so happy for you guys. I love you.
Hi, welcome. Hello, welcome to Roll for Bowl. I am DM Bin Competence. I am your host. I am running this game. Glad to have you all here. Hey, Honey Bear. Hey, Luminous TBD. We have some new people here. We are so glad to see you. I told some people this. I want to reiterate right before we get started. We are D&D actual play live stream. We play the game. You can watch. We love talking to the audience. Most of us are watching the chat most of the time. We love answering questions about the story, even the game mechanics. So feel free to chat with us, even give advice. So just don't get them killed. They're precious, and I love them. These are our heroes. We're doing Odyssey of the Dragonlords, your Greek mythology-inspired campaign. These are the Dragonlords. Say hi, Dragonlords. And
Hello,
Hello,
we
Dragon
Dragonlords.
Lords.
beautiful. And
You told
we
us to.
no, you did. It did. Like I said, I always do it, and then like the when you guys say it, it's always slightly off from what I expect. So there's always a moment where I don't know what to say, and then it always catches me off guard.
You can
Um,
guarantee I will at least say something.
it's happened. You've done it every session, and it's still the timing of it still catches me off guard. Um,
Yes.
I love you all. So
Crab
what
claw.
was I gonna say? Uh,
It's the
so
opposite of love.
to really catch people up to speed on we're on session 79, so we've to catch people up on a lot. This is a fantasy story taking place in a continent of Greek mythology and epic heroics. Our heroes have been chosen by prophecy to prevent the end of days. The gods want to defend the peoples of Thylia. The Titans wish to destroy them at the end, as soon as the oath and contract of peace ends in 23 days, according to Jin's pillow. So, nice plus 10, thank you. So once the 23-day countdown is complete, our players will have to face against the Titans or have brokered peace. Um, so these are our heroes. They have just met with a great tortoise in the ocean who gave them much wisdom and some boons. They met new friends, and now they are on their way to the island of Typhon, where Euphemian's character will presumably be meeting with an old friend. That's that's one way to put it. Um, I'm going to be calling on each player, and when I do, I want them to introduce themselves, their character, and every week we ask our players a question. The question this week is: if your character was in a band, what would the name of their band be? I have rolled for Jin. Jin, go ahead.
This is like 3 weeks in a row or something. So this feels
Yeah.
kind of weird. Okay, anyways. Hello, everybody. My name's Jennifer. I play Craren, the wood elf monk, Papow, uncle to Arcades and Ismene. Bad name. Thinking about it, I think it'll be Punch the Titans.
Punch the Titan. That is fantastic, direct, and just literally blasphemous. I love it.
Yeah.
It's very
Like
accurate, very on
Titan
brand.
Puncher, I don't know, Lutheria hate or something like that. But yeah.
Lutheria hate, yeah. Bad dreams.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Allison next.
Hey. I'm Allie, and my character is Callista. She is a satyr bard warlock, and if she were to start a band, it would probably be called Callista and the Darlings.
Listen, I love that. I just realized that my subscription to this channel is expired and I can't use our official emotes. And I'm like that. I feel like a bad person. Um, Callista and the I love that name. Bard. Okay. Next up is Euphemian. My mind is everywhere. Euphemian, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Reed. I'm the human wizard Euphemian, and
Hmm.
if I had to go with it, I would say probably Euphemian and the Bookworms.
Euphemian and the Bookworms.
Like that's a good 1950s style rock and roll band there.
That sounds like Doc James and the Flatliners, which is an
Doc.
actual band, by the way. FYI, everybody.
I've never heard of that. Doc. What? Doc. I
Doc
don't know any music.
Doc James
And
and the Flatliners.
I Tammy, what's your band name? I don't know. This is such a great idea, and then I don't know any music, so I don't like get any of the references people are throwing out. But I love this. Go ahead.
So I'm Tammy, and I play the Triton Barbarian fighter Kiki. Uh, and if she were to start a band, she'd come up with a corny name, and I swear I had no idea what Reed was going to say for his. but Kiki's would be Kiki and the Kelps.
Kiki and the I
'Cause
love this.
it just sounds so corny, and I love it.
Everybody, I love everybody's like Kiki and the Euphemian and the
Yeah.
Callista and Cray is just like punch the
Punch the
Titans.
Titans.
Punch the Titans. I think it's good. Well, I think it's good because I think that I think
Priorities.
that yeah, I'm about to say I think that uh Tammy, I think Kiki is pretty humble, but I think that Euphemian and Callista tend to have a very in their own way. So I think it
We
makes
have very
sense.
main character energy.
Oh yeah.
It's me, Euphemian. So anyway, the so we'll set the scene. Does anybody have? Oh, yeah, Reed, do you have any announcements or anything like that?
Just the usual. We're going to be talking about our store. We do have a merch store, and
Mhm.
it's coming up there on the chat very shortly.
Mhm.
You can check it out at streamlabs.com/rollforbull/merch. And that's where we have all kinds of fun stuff. You can check out t-shirts, you can check out water bottles. We've got a variety of things, all branded or otherwise have our equipment, and it's all pretty good stuff.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And just another minor announcement. I am a professional DM. This is one of my groups. This is my favorite group. Don't tell the others. And the Allie's in one of the other groups. I said what I said. Um, these are a wonderful group, but I'm actually opening up tables starting next week. So next week I'll post more details about that. But if you want to join Odyssey of the Dragonlords or any other games such as Curse of Strahd or something, I'll be posting details on that soon. You'll be able to jump in and start killing things, stabbing things, sleeping with things, having all kinds of regrets. So, Honey Bear,
We
don't.
have
I asked
we
you
have
not to.
we have many regrets. It's awesome.
That's true. So let's show of hands. Who's ready to begin? All right. So six people ready to begin. Our last thing, if you're watching and you have channel points, you can use the channel points to give boost to the heroes, and they can definitely use them. And I'm realizing the gamer bots in one of the other groups, and I have regrets. So you
Hello.
guys, the four of you, on the ship, the Dryad, are on the gentle and calm sea as the sun begins to set, or the sun has set. You see the night sky above, and Kyra has just been able to glean and divine that by the miracles and magic of the ancient beast, the great tortoise, you have gained an extra day. And you have this time to rest, and your ship is on the way to Typhon, a place of chaos, of danger, where Euphemian will meet with the other Euphemian and confront fate, presumably, if the sources you have are to be believed. But for now, by the blessings you have, it is a calm evening. So before I go ahead, does anybody have anything that they want to do? You have the same. How great would it be if Harkus was just gone, the squirrel? Suddenly, Harkus is just gone. He's down there. He's underwater having a great time. So no.
We know Astria's gone, so
Um. Yeah, Astria has left the group. You have the rest of the group. Versi did return from speaking with the Great Tortoise. The Oracle did follow your advice, Euphemian, and has spoken with her, or spoken with them. And I think, yeah, generally everybody has returned. A lot of them having different experiences. Bullbug, Minotaur completely full up and just very happy. Hark is just full of like that Neum energy of running around. Um, Chandra's found this to be nice. That's about it. Like it was nice. Um, and I think Ophia will stop by Kiki and just and she'll say, "I've been on this ship for only a few days, and I've already seen more than I ever thought that I would when I got back. You you have really done incredible things.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. We certainly have seen a lot and been through a lot. It's been fun, actually. Weird at times.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird when I saw you and the rest of the your friends. They are your friends, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah. The other blue one, we're kind of working on them, but
Oh, he's
for the
nice. You should be
most
friends with
part,
him.
we're trying. He could backstab us at any moment, and he's been very clear about that from the get go. So yeah, we're friends, but we're also kind of keeping an eye on him because he's
Oh,
like in love with Lutheria, so he would do anything to gain her favor, even like turn us in to her. So yeah, it's been no secret.
well, that's difficult, but I hope he doesn't do that. Ugh,
Hmm, we can take him
that's true.
if it should come to that.
You do seem very strong. She looks at you just beaming with pride.
Hmm.
She says, you've become incredible. Um, thank you for this. I should rest." And she sort of reaches out
Um,
to like hug you for a second, but stops. Good.
I'll mm, well, I won't stop her from hugging me.
Mhm.
But after the hug, before she does go, I'll say, um, I should probably return this to you, and then I'll kind of go inside my dress, and then I'll just unhook the brooch that I had of hers.
We're losing you a bit.
Oh,
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I was. Sorry.
oh,
It's just me then.
did they
having a
know?
moment here.
Well, you're saying you're unhooking something. I thought you were unhooking something in your dress.
Oh my
Go ahead.
God, the brooch.
Oh, oh, sorry.
Mm.
Tender family moments with them.
Yeah, typical Cray expecting some sort of nakedness somewhere.
So anyway, you're
He's
naked.
still
Continue.
he's still still waiting to see a real pair of boobs, I think. Hmm?
Prayer in someday. Um.
Hmm.
So anyway, what do you do?
So yeah, I'll unhook the brooch that I keep on the inside of my dress just to keep it protected where I've had it all this time.
Mhm.
And I'll say, I guess I can actually return this back to you now, and I'll hand it out to her and say, I know you always told me to stay out of your stuff, but on that day that the village was attacked by Hexia, I was playing in your jewelry box, and I didn't want you to know. And I had this when everything happened, and well, didn't exactly have a chance to put it back, or I never actually thought I'd have a chance to give it back to you.
You've held on to this whole time. You
It's the only thing other than minor fading memories I had of you, and it's been with me until now. Ironically enough, on my adventure here, I've been actually able to find some more Manichae pearls, so I'll work every now and again on my own time, just kind of designing and twisting some metal and making little fancy things. So
they're hard to find.
they are. Oh my God, I never thought I'd see another one. That's why I treasured this one so much. But now you're back, and I've got others, and I've got my
Now she loops
friends.
in and she hugs you. Now she like hugs you really tight. And she just holds you and she just goes, "I missed you so much. I'm sorry that you didn't have that many memories. I hope we can
Mm,
make some more."
absolutely, I would love that. And I mean, oh Jesus, what was her name? Aaliyah?
Ophia.
And no, Olina, the
Elena, Elena.
neighbors who took me in, they did pretty good with helping me after you were gone. But and then, well, I became part of the army after that, and so I didn't really have much of a normal upbringing, I guess you could say. But I had some memories with you and with Olina and Koa, so definitely time to make new memories.
I mean, I always hoped that I always thought of you, and I hoped that you would be okay. You were always, well, I guess when you're younger, it's called scrappy, but you always had a strong heart. I knew it would take you far. I didn't know that it would take you. She just looks on the ocean this far.
Yeah, things turn out kind of interesting, don't they? No
Do
matter how much you think you have your life planned, and someone just comes into your life and just says the right thing and sets you on a whole new path. Quite literally in my case a few times.
well, she says, "Is it the path you want to be on?"
For now, yeah. I'm curious to see where it'll end up.
And Euphemian.
If it's possible to see somebody blue skinned, her cheeks turning a little bit more purple,
Hmm. Yeah.
and then her eyes kind of just darting around a little bit.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I won't make this uncomfortable for you. She goes, "I won't make this uncomfortable for you at all. I'll just ask him."
Oh, yeah. Okay. Just make sure. Oh God, don't do it while I'm there. Oh my God, I don't even know what that is, but oh my God, you're
Hmm.
gonna make up for lost time, aren't you? Like in that way too. Oh,
I have not been able to. I have spent I've spent over 100 years having to tell stories to a dragon just to get through each day. I am looking for new stories and to catch up with you. So I think that I can accomplish a few of my goals here. Um,
mhm.
and she says, "I'm gonna go turn in, but thank you." And she looks at the brooch. She says, "This I can't even tell you what this means to me. Um, are you sure I can have it?"
Yeah, that brooch has seen some shit. But I knew it was yours, and I know you loved it. And I like to think that that's what's kept me safe up until now. And now I have my friends and Starlight. Oh my God, Starlight. Yeah, I
Was
you've
that
met
your
Star.
Pegasus that came in?
Apparently, I have a Pegasus. Yeah,
Well,
she really
that's
took to me. She's very particular about who she likes, and apparently, I'm okay for her. So
well, that's good. That's a Pegasus.
mhm.
So, and she just doesn't really know how to play off of that. Like, I don't really know how to, like, hi, I haven't seen you 100 years and now I'm worthy of a Pegasus. It's like, oh, well, good for you. She's like, okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of part of the weirdness that I've been discovering, that I'm like a daughter of a god and like some sort of princess and a prophecy of hero. And sure, why not? I have a Pegasus. So what else? Guess sorry, cat trying to get on my lap. Oh,
Mhm.
um,
And
this is
she
Tammy,
goes,
not Kiki.
and she says, she goes, that's incredible. She goes, if there's any way that I can help at all, I don't know what I can do. I would like to be able to thank the four of you somehow, the ship. It would
I
be,
mean, you're with us. That means more than anything to me, and I'm sure everybody else is thrilled to have you. Um, But
Yeah,
I mean, we don't ask for anything. We're just trying to figure it out. Hmm.
appreciate that. Um, you you be careful, and I don't think that I have any right to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm proud of you. And she looks at you again, sort of like not really sure whether to hug you, and then she just sort of heads downstairs. Um,
I'll just kind of stand there watching her go with just one last tear just kind of going down my cheek, but it's not a sad one. It's actually kind of like a happy one. Kind of a little kiki last time when she was with her mom too. So whole
mhm.
bunch of memories and feelings, but anyways, so she'll wipe her tear and deep breath and she'll just go on in the opposite direction.
Let me see. Allie, Callista, is there anything you want to be doing right now?
Um, nope. As long as I still have Ismene and uh, everybody's on the boat, I'm okay. Just gonna kind of maybe post up on deck in one of the corners and just start taking notes of what happened.
Okay. Um, what about you, Euphemian?
I'm going to sort of sit down and take up a corner in my own sort of space. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start going through all of the literature and the books and stuff that I've acquired and those
Mm-hmm.
scrolls that I picked up on the island of the Fates.
Mm-hmm.
See what's up with those. I don't think I've done that yet.
The scrolls from the Island of the Fates. Ooh, that's a. We haven't gone over that in a while. Let me see if I have notes on what those would be. Were these specific spell scrolls? I'm trying to remember
I
exactly what
don't believe
notes.
they were spell scrolls. I think we determined they were non-magical. I'm just trying to.
Oh, right. Let me see what I have here on my notes. Um, I will have to get back to you on this. Let me make sure. These scrolls. Let me double check my notes here. Going through. Remind me where you picked these up on the island. Oh, these were on the these were in the tower, right?
Yes, the
That's
scrolls
right
in the
there.
tower.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong spot because I thought that you got them from the Fates themselves, and I was like, the Fates want to give you scrolls. So I'm like playing it cool, like, what did I do? What did I do? Um, no, but those there would be notes where you basically roll. I'm gonna say a history check.
History. Okay. 11.
Mm.
Let me see. So these scrolls. These scrolls would be mostly damaged in age, but they would depict Esther Archelaner, and they would depict a great fire and the few Geigans that were still remaining would be turning and worshiping to Sidon, and some praying and some watching the horizon, waiting, and sending out other Geigens, which appear to be sailing away to scout for new homes. You wouldn't have any idea how that ends, but you also haven't heard of an island of Geigens yet. So that would be what you have.
What about Geigen Island?
Geigland? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. That's fair. I'm gonna feel like an ass if there is one. What was I gonna say? The Scorpion Island. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm looking there, I'm like, is there a Geigen Island? I'm so easily confused.
Well, there was that first one.
Yeah, that's
one.
true. That was with the Sidons, yeah.
Yeah. the library.
Yeah, I love Yonder.
I love Yonder. At an 11, this is basically what I can give you is this information. This archive of the last days and the lighthouse that was here, sort of as part of an effort to try and find ways to rebuild and reclaim this island that, as you can tell, is kind of just petered out, to put it that way.
Okay. So I'm just going to sort of have my little setup and
I think that because I want you guys to get to spend time with the members of the ship, you will hear a chittering chip sound that I can't do. And you'll see this squirrel sort of looking over and eating some sort of strange berry or fruit from that was growing on the tortoise that, like, you don't recognize it, but they're just like eating this and they're just like looking at this like, oh, so what are we reading?
be careful with that, please. I prefer not to get anything stained.
He screams at you for a minute and then just like runs away. And then and that is it. That is your Harkis scene. Show of hands, who's ready to go to the next day? All right. Jen, if you take this down to day 22. 22 days until the final battle of the campaign. Or this part of the campaign, I suppose. Let's change up the music a little bit. The heroes find themselves. That was day 2 from the island, right? So that was day 2. So we're now on day 3, which means you should be getting to the island of Typhon soon. As you head out for the day, before I get started, it is the morning. Does anybody want to do anything on the ship morning wise as everybody's getting up? Crewmates are, tending to the ship, rowing, checking in on each other. Lorius, the satyrs, of course, singing everybody. Beautiful music, and some of them appreciate it. Chandris is just checking notes on the deck and reading what he has. And yeah, it's anybody's action before I get started with my thing.
Well, as I'm working out, of course, at the on the deck of the ship, and I see all my friends kind of come up. I see Kiki and Euphemian and Cal come up. I'd be like, I gotta talk to y'all. I have no idea what the hell that turtle said to me. I don't get it. I'm not a smart man. Maybe y'all can help me figure it out, but I think we need to talk kind of like in private. So I don't know where we should go and talk, but I'm doing like one arm hangs and
Yeah. I think if you're doing this in the Centaur Fallen, we'll just be like, do I have like lifting something next to you? I think anytime you work out, the Centaur Fallen will just assume that he's invited as well. So he'll just be there like lifting weights, like, yeah, I mean, I'm not really good with any visions or anything, but I can contribute what I can. I mean, I've had visions before because there's like some things on the island you can have that get you really weird. But so I don't really know. but like
No,
maybe I could do
no,
something.
Fallen. Listen, the last time I had something
Yeah.
really weird, somebody told me they were mushrooms and they were food, and then things went weird. I don't want to do food, mushrooms, weird things again. So,
Mushrooms are food, but they're the best food because
yeah.
they're dinner in a movie. I'll tell you that right now. Or dinner in a
Oh,
show. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah. Dinner, movie, and a show. Awesome.
Yeah, dinner show.
All right. Um, what's a movie?
Oh, it's just when everything around you, like the land and the hills and the trees that just stay still most of the time, just move around a lot, and it's just like it kind of
Just
gets really
spins.
movie. Yeah, everything
Oh,
blurs.
that's weird. But anyways, no.
Well,
You continue
I got
working on. We
water
still gotta
walk.
teach. We still gotta
I got water
teach.
walk, so we can go off the boat and just kind of go for a walk and
Oh,
follow
actually,
and
a
chit
good
chat
walk
out of
actually is not too
earshot.
bad. But I don't know. Do we want to walk on the water where
Oh,
things could come and eat us?
We have a perfectly good room.
Oh,
It's
true.
entirely serviceable.
But Folan, go take care of Kiki's mom. She has to learn how to lift weights and
no,
shit.
no.
She needs to lift
Let
weights.
her rest. Let her
Yeah,
rest. Leave
yeah.
her
She
alone.
rested.
She will
She
come to
rested
you.
all
Oh,
night.
Kiki, does your mom not lift,
Dude, stay the
dude?
fuck away from her. She will come to you when she wants a
All
spot.
right,
I'd love if she just came up the stairs right now.
all right. Well,
Oh, Paula, there you are.
if she needs anything, I'm her guy. Okay, I got you. I
I do
got
like
you.
a big
Thanks.
like bro like oh to we're showing our biceps out.
That's like your greeting at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, we just like kiss our biceps. That's how
Yeah.
like we greet it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go out. So
Because
see you
I'm sure
later.
that's how
Uh,
how gym bros do
yeah,
it. I'm sure that's how they do it,
yeah.
right?
That's how they do it. Yeah.
Audience, please help us. Is that how gym bros do it?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, y'all, I'm not very smart. I don't know. I need help figuring out what the turtle said to me because I don't get it.
Just going back a moment, if Cray were taller, it would totally be a chest
Right?
bump against
Yeah, but
each
if I
other.
did that, it would just be against like the centaur's knees. You know,
And you'd go
the
flying.
centaur would be like, "Phew," yeah.
It'd be below his centaur of gravity.
Oh, shut up. Oh my god. You had to.
That's my man.
You know, that's one thing I like about horses is when they say nay.
Hmm.
Oh,
Nessa
hey
never
now.
does. So here we go.
Oh. Oh.
Well then,
Uh,
I guess
um,
Happy
Lorius is a lucky
Lorius.
man. Yep.
is that
That's why she's my
surprising?
favorite.
That's why they soul bonded. That's right.
So yeah, actually that would be a good idea because yeah, mine was kind of weird too. What?
Mm.
I'm looking at the poll.
Look,
Oh.
I did a poll as to how is that how gym bros do it, and people are writing
Oh.
yeah, brah, or nah, brah. I'm sorry. I love that we are on the precipice of one of the most serious and dark sessions, and we're just like, all right, gym bros, let's go. Um, and Luminous wants to join one of my Strahd games, so we're gonna talk later.
Oh
So
yes, do it, do it.
wonderful, wonderful. So anyway, so who do you get? Where you guys want to talk in like the sort of attendance quarters, the private quarters? Did you? And I'm just asking, did you want to bring anybody with you? Because like different NPCs might have insight, but also there's obvious risks and vulnerabilities there. So
If
yeah,
anything, I'd say it'd be like Kyra, I'd say.
I mean, I'd suggest Kyra, but I feel like anything we get out of her about it is going to have to just be insight checks because I don't think she's going to be able to tell us anything.
she's helpful.
to a point.
Mm-hmm. She set
I
you
don't
all on the
know.
path of her redemption. That helps.
Her redemption, huh?
Uh-huh. Okay, so you guys want to just
Yeah, just the four of
find
us.
the four of us? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. So the four of you are in this room. I'm just gonna say right now, Versi, just excuse you guys open the door before you say anything, Versi says, of course, and just leaves.
She knows.
A little oracle humor for you there.
Didn't
So
see
you
that one
guys
coming.
mhm. You guys are welcome to chat as you will.
Okay, so I talked to this turtle and I had like weird visions
I mean,
about ketamine and how to find peace. He was asking Thalia how he needs to know. Ketamine falling to his knees. I don't know. It was just weird. And then I tell them exactly that everything that happened because my notes are really I can't read my notes right now. So I tell them what
we were
kind of
all there.
happened. You were all there technically. Because it was just
Yeah.
a vision, right? For one person,
Hmm.
it wasn't to everybody. Yeah. So technically speaking, above tabletop, the players know what happened, and Cree says what it was because my notes are really messy.
Hmm. That's fair.
See, I also saw 8 figures.
Right? That's the thing. I had 7 of them. This one, there's one that's
Oh, you
larger
had
than the other
7.
6. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and one was bigger than the other ones.
Hmm. Hmm. How knowledgeable would we be about Thylian like creation myths? Like I know it was in the player's guide, but how much would we as
Pretty
characters know?
general vagueness. I mean, I really need a ballpark of what you're looking for here.
I think in the player's guide it said something about the creation of the Titans and how they came to be. I have to
Um,
pull it up to see for sure, but I think that sounds familiar to what Jen is describing. Or
roll a religion check.
okay.
Give yourself guidance.
Haha. May I? Ben?
Hmm.
I can? Okay. Religion. It's 12 plus 1, 13.
13. Um, yeah, I would say that the Titans were 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 described as the fruit of the union between Thylia and Kintamane, and it has been discussed and debated as a matter of literalness versus metaphor over the years. Because gods are capable of some weird shit. There's a god somewhere else that did something with a swan and a forehead, so like it's really hard to figure out what's actually the case. Um, but that would be in regards to this. They are considered the fruit of Thylia and Kintamane, is often how it's been documented. Since while Ali's taking this, since some of the people here are watching are new, the heroes got visions of like the lore and world building of this, and also some other details. But I also described them in vague and confusing ways so as to not actually be helpful. And now they're going to compare notes and try and convert my information into something relevant. Those bastards.
Yeah,
Um.
see, in here it talks about them being 7 strange fruits, each the size of a boulder.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I
One
don't
was
know if that like
bigger.
correlates with anything that you guys seen, but I mean, like that's weird, right?
Well,
I mean, I assumed that the like 8 that I saw were the gods and titans like negotiating the original peace treaty, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. So
the vision that I received, I also saw several figures in that same way. I got the impression that they were the Titans, as it was Sidon and Lutheria among them. And I believe at the time it was the fall of the Titans.
So you saw the peace, oh, Oath of
well,
Peace,
I
Callista,
don't
and
I
you
don't know
saw
for
the
sure. I
fall?
saw 8 figures.
Okay, and you saw the fall, Euphemian, you think?
Well, perhaps the fallout of the
Fallout.
fight. I'm not entirely
Uh,
sure where in the timeline my vision sits, as they were talking about their failure, but also they seem to be the Titans speaking among each other. So,
And how about you, Kiki?
I was kind of fangirling the tortoise,
Oh,
and I just kind of saw. Um, I think the tortoise was set forth by Kentamane, and then there was a blue glowing being that appeared
Oh,
next to me and said, "Thanks for talking to Kiana." So I'm like super
nice.
confused.
plug for our
Did the
short.
Did it? Did the did the turtle say either of your names, Euphemian or Crayring? Because it said mine, but it was a
It
really
said-
weird context.
I don't think it said mine.
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, and I used
Mine-
Kiana, not Kiki.
Mine showed me like a weird vision of people thanking the gods, and they said Pythor or Kyra, Pythor, and then Callista. And so I have to assume that like it was just using a memory or something and then substituting my name in for Valis.
I don't believe we have wandered into the realm of prophecy.
Yeah. So why would someone in the past be using my name? Right? So like it has to be some sort of weird.
You don't have some famous namesake that we're not familiar with?
Maybe it's the future.
Can't see the future. I mean, I don't know. Ugh. I hate to see or
Ben.
visions. They're so vague.
They are. They're not helpful in the slightest.
I just don't understand. Why can't you just write it down like a story? It just makes more sense if you start at A and you end at Z. Or alpha and omega.
Zalpha.
We go from alpha to zeta here, so you only get about halfway done. That's it.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's helpful. Like I asked for help to find out what the hell we're doing. We can figure out stuff. I don't know. I just figured all we can do is basically go to each island until something happens that we, I don't know, fight the Titans. I don't know.
I have to admit, I feel like I've received a puzzle piece, but without some of the surrounding context, it doesn't
Hmm.
amount to that much.
Do you think if we talk to Kyra, she might be a little bit more willing?
I mean, if it was the Titans and it was not related to the Oath of Peace, then maybe she could describe it to us and tell us some history we don't know.
Maybe about the other Titans?
Should
Maybe we have to save the other Titans.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if we have to save the other Titans. It certainly seems like some of them are well beyond our power to save at this point. But
Like Crayron's friend in the Nether Sea.
Murphy.
Oh,
Yes.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I call Kyra to come down here?
Yeah, maybe she can give us some insight.
Okay, I'll cast message to Kyra and just, hey Kyra, so we had some weird prophetic things with the tortoise, or not prophecy, but visions. We were hoping maybe you could give us some context. Could you come
As
down
soon
and
as
give
you
us some-
hear, as soon as you say prophetic, you hear the footsteps. Dun, 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 dun. And she throws
Oh,
open
we
the door and
can,
goes,
but that can wait.
"Hey, you need help decoding a vision?" And bye. Good night, Honey Bear. Everybody stay hydrated for Honey Bear. Thank you for coming by.
I
And
totally thought you were talking to Tammy. I was like, did Tammy just go to bed? What I missed?
good night, Tammy.
Why are you calling Tammy Honey Bear?
That's my pet name for her. I'm sorry I had to find out this way, Reed.
Sorry, we just found this out now.
Oh well.
I had a good run. So, what was I gonna say? Kyra just like throws on the door and goes, "Hi, prophecies, visions," and she just like flops onto the bed and like scroll appears and she just like ready to like write them all down. She goes, "Okay, tell me everything. Do you guys want to just like fast forward to having told her everything, or do you want to be careful with what you say?"
Yes.
Or, all right, so you guys have it all, and she's writing it all down. She goes, "This is amazing. Okay, this is incredible." And as you're writing it, roll an insight check,
All of us?
each of you.
Can I give myself guidance on insight check against my patron?
Sure.
Insight.
Let me also pull up something
Insight.
about her.
16.
Okay.
Oh, 14 for me, but I wasn't fully in roll 20, so it didn't go through, but it came up as 14.
20.
18 for Crayron.
What was that? I'm sorry, can I get the
18.
numbers again? 18 and 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys are reading this, she's looking at this and she's just kind of like furrowing her brow, reading all of this, keeping this all close to mind. And you see her like very clearly trying to keep like a poker face through all of this because there's like stuff she can and can't comment on. And unfortunately, being the goddess of storytelling, she keeps a strong one, and none of you beat what she rolled to give away anything that would uh, to give away anything unintentionally.
Man, on
And
a
she goes,
22. Damn.
I
she's
rolled
at
an
20.
8, you guys. I rolled an
She rolled
8 on 20.
she rolled a 21.
God damn it.
Just one. Just
Um,
a tip.
but she's going to look at it and go, okay, this is interesting. So, what do you guys think? Is this?
Well, I mean,
She goes,
should we like be saving Titans or something? Like I don't get it. Like why
oh,
is there so many people? Why is there so many like why do I get 7 and Cal has 8 and Euphemian has I don't know and like you know what I mean? Like
well, there were 8 Titans. Um, they said that as it goes, Lutheria and Sidon were twins, um, born together, but there were 8 Titans.
Gross.
Um, yeah, honestly, like I look at Pythor and Valis and like no, so no, but so the Lutherian Sidon, Kintamane tried to, and Laws is before my time, but Kintamane tried to um not take sides with his children. And when you can shape the world, neutrality looks a little bit different. He loved all of his kids, loved them partly because they were um what remained of Thylia that he cared about in a way that shaped the world. And so he couldn't bring himself to see their fights as more than squabbling until Titans started to fall. I think he still loves Sidon and Etheria a lot. It's hard for some parents to stop loving a child. I suppose that's a beautiful thing in a way. But Karen, I love your heart, but I don't think that we could save some of the Titans, and I guess I don't really. There are a few things that are not my place to say, but I don't really know what to do about the Titans, the ones that are remaining.
I don't know. I just thought maybe they can help us like if they're angry at Lutheria
Yeah.
and Sidon, maybe they could help us in the fight, but I mean, I don't know. That was just my thought.
It's a good thought.
How
Or if
long
we
ago?
liberate the one.
Hmm?
How long ago did Lutheria and Sidon sort of overthrow the rest of their pantheon? Did that predate you, or
Yeah, yeah, centuries before that, maybe millennia. I have to check my notes. Kyra
Do you
and Ben say
know?
that.
Do you know of any like powerful beings that I might have been named after? Like, not that you would know like my family or anything like that, but like, is there anyone else in the history of Thylia who's like been impactful in a way that people would say thank you to alongside you and Pythor?
I met a librarian named Callista once. She was very nice. I don't. I mean, she was wonderful, keeper of stories. That's great, but I don't think she was the type of person that people worship.
Mhm.
Um, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't think I. I mean, you're The most famous Callista I know.
Ah, shucks.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Which
Hey. Oh, Euphemian. Okay. This is Allison Reed. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did one of the Titans in your vision get called Chelsea, or was I tripping?
Yes,
So,
Chelsea. And that's the
could
one
that?
who was under the volcano.
Under the volcano.
Oh, isn't that also the name of the one who's been the Sidon's daughter who's been bugging Kiki?
Yes.
hmm
Okay, okay. So there's not. We don't think that they're the same. We think maybe he named his daughter after his sibling.
Maybe.
We don't have a one Steve limit in this
Yeah.
campaign.
There can only be one. There can only be one Euphemian.
I want to tell you as a side note right now, Dan Handler, who wrote A Series of Unfortunate Events, I don't know if, I think none of you read the books. Ali, I told you how deliberately labyrinthian they are. He did a spin-off, not a spin-off series, he did a separate book for adults that was a series of love stories, but he not only wasn't clear on how this anthology, it was an anthology, and he wasn't clear on how the different chapters interlocked, but he also had more than one character named the same thing and wouldn't clarify which is which when he was talking about them, because he'd be like, oh, he would like set an interview. Well, there's more than one Cassandra in the world, and they're not going to introduce themselves as, hi, I'm the Cassandra from last chapter, so I don't know what I could do about it. And I'm like, oh, fuck you.
I'm introducing myself to everyone like that.
Yeah.
My name is Callista from the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two Chelseas. One was like talking with Kiki, who is this child of Sidon, and then the other one was the one that was in the volcano, that it was a Titan that fled from Lutheria and Sidon's
And got
spree.
trapped.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if we want to go with Cray's idea, I think liberating whoever they've got pulling with here is Barge, because that's one of their siblings, right? Could be a good way to like maybe undercut Lutheria a little bit.
Well, as an additional point, I do have his sword.
And he does want to get back to Talius.
You want to liberate him and use him as an asset?
I'm sure that that's not trading up on villainy at all.
That can only go well.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know it'll go poorly.
No, you don't. I don't.
We should at least consider it.
Yep.
I'm open to this.
What do you think, Kyra?
What do you think it means? What do you think we should do? How should we interpret that?
Kyra, I think if you mentioned that to Kyra, she'd be like, I think she'd be like, we should absolutely do that. She goes, I get to meet I get to meet and reconnect with one of my relatives, and we get to unleash a Titan against a Titan and use Lutheria's power against her in a fit of irony. Yes.
Wait, one of your
Yes, we
relatives?
should. The Titans.
They're your relatives?
Well, no, I just mean pantheons.
Okay. Can I make an insight check?
Do it.
Make an insight check. I will tell you right now. She's literally just referring to the fact that they're different, like divine beings. That's
Okay.
literally all she means. Like,
All right. That was
it
worse than my last one.
in this context, it sounds better than coworkers.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Which would be more accurate and a far less impactful.
Got it. Got it.
But she would just be like, she'd be like, no, we get to meet. She goes, we get to meet and reconnect with them, and we get to liberate them. You can roll an insight check if you'd like.
I got 19. So
Okay.
I don't.
A 19. I want to, very relevant. I want to remind you again something we've discussed before. Callista's advice will always go towards what would be coolest on IMAX.
Kyra's advice.
Kyra's advice will always be, will always unsubtly be the thing that looks coolest on IMAX. Okay, just as a that isn't actively bad for you.
Sounds fun.
Like she won't like tell you to like blow yourself up or anything, but like if you have A or B and A is calmly discussing the situation and B is an elaborate heist, I
We'll
mean
go
we've
for
been
B.
here. Yeah.
I have to wonder, since Talius is the one pulling the boat, wonder if we could just lure him back in the other direction and he'd just jackknife the whole thing.
Ooh.
Yes. That would be amazing.
Set it on fire, big epic confrontation. I'm sure it'd look very dramatic.
I'm gonna take my tome out, and I'm going to just scribble in my tome using Far Scribe to Chandris. Hey Chandris, no reason, but do you know how Lutheria controls Talius for steering her barge?
Less than a few seconds after you send that, you hear footsteps.
This room's gonna get crowded.
Just opens the door.
You weren't invited. I just asked you a question.
I'm sorry, what are you planning?
Nothing. I just wanted to know some details based on a vision I had from a turtle, okay?
Oh, good. I have no further questions. May I ask you something, though?
It depends on what the question is, because last time you asked me a question, it was very uncomfortable.
What are you planning?
We don't know yet.
We're trying
to depends on the answer to your question.
You can't play dumb with me, Callista. For the simplicity of your mind, I know that you do have some machinations, and you just asked me how my goddess's ship works. I'm not going to dismiss that as being without agenda.
We want to see if we can ramp it.
Yeah, we just want to see how far it could jump.
Well, I'm not leaving. He just leans up against the wall. He's like, well, I'm here now.
Get out. Don't make me call Bulbug to take you out of here.
Do it.
I love how there's this brother sister energy now between try me, do it. Well, I'm gonna call mom.
Let me put it this way out of character. He knows, and you all have been very well aware, that make peace with Lutheria and kill Lutheria are both equally on the table of plans. And you just asked him about how the ship works and won't tell him why. So yeah, he's not leaving this room right now.
Well, if we're gonna get you back on the boat, we need to know how to find it, for one. So knowing how it works is kind of like step one on that, right?
And if we go and learn how to steer it, then at least we can bring it closer to where more advantageous to both of us.
So you wish to steer Lutheria's ship where?
No, I just want to know how we just want to know how it works so that we can maybe anticipate where she's going to be so we can drop you off. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, then good. Then I can tell you when we get there.
Well, how will we anticipate it if we get there?
Don't you worry your beautiful... No, don't you worry your beautiful little mind about this, because I'll take care of that if that's all that you're trying to do.
I wish I had, what's that one? Detect thoughts. Oh, that would have been amazing.
Oh, detect thoughts.
It's taking everything in my power to not bring another NPC into this scene.
Lorias, come convince Chandris.
I am not sleeping with them. I'm just telling you.
Invite Chandris into your polykill so he'll leave, okay?
Chandris hasn't even said no. He just says that he's not going to answer these questions without knowing what's going on.
I mean, I kind of basically told the truth.
That's fair.
Yes, we are. We're looking at jackknifing it instead of ramping it, but fuck, if the opportunity comes up, taking it off a ramp is definitely on the table.
There.
Who wouldn't
I'm
want
just
to
imagining
go
it.
for
I'm just imagining someone was on a voice chat with Allie and was like, hey, by the way, do you use Ring camera security or motion detectors? No. It's just we're making conversation. We're making conversation.
No, it'd be like, just your mom here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's I don't know.
Out of curiosity, what's her password for her email?
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Is your car a stick or is it manual? Or is it manual or automatic?
No, he'd just be like, no, I think he'll say this outright. No joke. I think he would say, if you don't want to tell me, if you don't want to include me in this discussion, it means that you don't think that you could you still don't think you can trust me. And if you don't think you can trust me, then why should I trust you to not be acting against my best interest? I think that's a very reasonable perspective on this.
Because we've never said that we would betray you at the
Look, it's straightforward enough. At this point, we don't have a plan. We are
Obvious.
looking at what the possibilities are. There's no point in stealing someone's chariot if they don't have horses attached.
You want to steal her barge.
Or at least potentially get control of it. A point of negotiation.
The
We're
chains,
throwing around ideas.
the chains that bind Talius to that ship were forged eons ago and are enduring enough that a Titan has exhausted both his mind and his body and soul trying to lay even one crack into them in that time. He is bound to that ship. Unless you can destroy the part of the ship that the chain is attached to. I don't think those chains are coming off of Talius, not with anything mortal. If it helps, his mind seems completely gone. I don't think that he minds at this point.
Perhaps we could lure him about with a bit of cheese.
I don't know his tastes.
Bacon.
Perhaps.
Are you offering vegan bacon? I hope it's vegan bacon.
It's possible that Kiki has just come upon a way to entice the Titans or Lutheria. And he kind of looks at Cray like very deliberately, pulling his pigtails, as it were.
I am completely ignoring it. But, I mean,
Something
unless
with
you
keeping.
have an idea on how to stop this war in a way that is beneficial to the greatest amount of people.
The easiest way to stop the war is the one that I'm sure that any of you have thought of already. And I'm just answering your question because we're being honest with each other. Would be simply to find Sidon now and slit his boar throat and possibly kill Lutheria before then as well. You know where Lutheria is, and I'm sure she'd have you on board. I'm also sure she would rend your hearts and minds and leave you gibbering messes on the floor.
Well, you
Aside, in a way. And aside from that, you can give her what she wants. She probably wants something. You've talked to her before. Do you have any idea what she would want?
I have a thought.
Oh, good. What would that be?
A game with
Oh,
very high
yes.
stakes.
Euphemian, do you think that you could win a game against her?
I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility.
His tail
It
sort of
seems like the type
flicks
who
back
might
and...
cheat. Sorry.
No, it's fine. His tail sort of flicks back and forth in this way of like, well. And he's like looking at you, he goes, a game, it is possible to cheat. He says the royal game, it is possible to cheat. Then again, it is possible perhaps you could swear an oath that the winner of the game gets to decide what Lutheria will do about the war, whether their contract gets renewed.
I think that would be very enticing to her because it feels like the terms of the game would then be you win, you get to do whatever you would do anyway. We win, we get to tell you what to do.
Well, then you'd have to offer her something she'd want. Is there anything or anybody she would want?
I just throw my hands up.
I mean, I already made a
Yes?
deal with her, so I don't know that I have more on the table here. But Kryrin,
Karen, what do you have exactly?
Me? Oh my god. Z-
I can't
Sorry,
remember if
Kyra.
Chandris is up to date on your tough times with Lutheria.
I don't think so. I think I've been very, very close-mouthed with him.
That's fair.
So I'll just basically be like, just me.
Other than the odd fuck Lutheria comment.
Yeah, so I think he'd be like, she wants you.
Come
Does
on.
she?
don't we all?
I'm going to move past that. I'm going to move past that as well. Say, is there? Karen, I want you to act with some self-awareness and answer me this. Do you think that she would want you enough to risk to make this bet?
She wants the soul bad enough. She might.
So you'd bet your soul that Euphemian can beat her in the royal game.
We're not betting your soul, Kryrin.
I'm just saying, like,
You asked for the minimal cost. Right now, Karen is suggesting 1 soul. How much less do you want to give, Callista?
Listen, if it solves the problem and it's just my soul rather than the whole world's soul.
But
Really?
it's your soul, Kryrin.
Oh, how much more is Kraven's soul worth than anybody else's?
Lutheria
I
does
don't know
have
how
a
much
very
you know.
particular hatred for Kryrin.
I hate Han.
Oh, I know.
I hate Han.
I don't plan to
Callista.
get out of this surviving
Callista,
in
they're
any
about
type of good manner, if you know what I'm saying.
Callista, they're about 50 rowers over in the main galley of this ship. Is Kraven worth more than all of them?
To me,
Yes.
yes.
Would you tell them that?
I mean, I can't speak for myself anymore, so no.
I would tell them that.
Fuck,
I
Kyra's in the
would
room with us.
say-
Shit. God damn it.
I would tell
And,
them that, honestly, Chandris. Because
Yes.
if
Good for
my
you.
soul can save them,
Good for you. And I appreciate that. Kraven, I genuinely appreciate that. Callista, and he sort of flicks the tails, he turns and looks at her and says, Callista said she wanted peace at the lowest possible cost. She's clarifying right now that she means the lowest possible cost. And he sort of towers over you to her.
I'm not the one who suggested offering children to Lutheria to make Sidon stop.
That was the lowest possible cost to me. I never said that I was a good person.
and this is why we don't trust each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, Chandris, you know.
If you want my help and to end the war with as few lives as possible, few losses as possible, I think that Euphemian would be able to goad her into a game. I
Would
think that you
recognize
can.
yourself?
If I were willing to die for Thylia, then absolutely.
Are you?
Previously, the question would be laughable. Now it remains to be seen. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
Insight check that bitch. Oh,
Roll insight. Yeah. Hey, Gamerbot, it's your boy Chandris. How you doing? I was literally wondering if you were here because I was like, oh, this is a bunch of Chandi Nandi nonsense.
oh no, not with a
Chandi Nandi.
14.
Let me see. Well, I'm gonna
Maybe
roll.
just a little
Just
low.
I'm gonna roll deception for him. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick with him. This is just his philosophy all the way through. I think he's being consistent, in my opinion. You look, and when you ask if he would sacrifice himself, Prayerin, you see his eyes just sort of dart like he's trying to think of what to say next in a way where he's caught off guard and isn't really sure what to say.
Hmm.
Like it's actually something he's not sure what the answer is at this point.
Okay. I'll keep that in my back pocket to tell my peeps, my friends, after.
And he says, I can help you make that plan. And if you're trying to jackknife the ship, the barge, I don't think you'll be able to easily get the chains off of the ship without some great powerful effort. Maybe Kiki can break them off. She's, I think Fullen calls it swole. The point is, you could maybe break them, but could you break them while Lutheria is on the ship? It wouldn't be a thing you could do quietly. Liberating a Titan is not a discreet action.
See, now we might be able to get her elsewhere without having to bet anything. Look, the last deal I made with her was not great. So,
Kyra's sort of watching you say, get them away. And Kyra's like, what are you thinking? And Chandras is like, yeah, yes, tell us your plan for tricking her.
I just mean she wants Crayron to suffer. If Crayron tried to confront her somewhere, I don't think she'd resist the call.
You realize that would also be sacrificing Kraven unless you're suggesting that Euphemian is smart enough to outwit a Titan, that Kraven is strong enough to defeat a Titan.
He doesn't have to
You
At which
see
point, I
what I
really
could
applaud your
distract her.
confidence. Which
He just has to
Chandri?
distract her.
You
Chandra,
haven't
you've seen
played
what I
much.
can do.
You haven't gambled much, have you, Chandras?
I did a while ago. I don't as much these days. Why?
Well, you should know, if you have, that you don't start off with the highest bid you're willing to make.
Fair enough. What's the highest bid you're willing to make with Lutheria? Or I guess if you want to keep that to yourself. Uh, is there anything else that I can help with?
I don't
Are
think
you
so.
sincere?
What was that, Ellie?
Are you sincerely asking?
Yes. I seem to have taken up enough of your time, and you've definitely taken up enough of mine. I would be glad to assist if I can, as
Even
long
if
as
it
we're
meant hurting your Titan.
on the same team. Roll an insight check, Allie.
Yep. I don't know what he's gonna do if we kill her. Like, okay. 25.
Nice.
25.
More like it.
You see him subtly, gently falter when you call her his Titan. He
Delightful.
would rather suffer 1,000 arrows than admit it right now, but he has not recovered from what you guys saw on the Scorpion Island, or what you learned on the Scorpion Island.
For what it's worth, Chandras, I appreciate your insight in these matters.
You are clever, Chandi.
Thank you. That's true. Um, Euphemian, I think that if anybody could last more than a couple turns against Lutheria in the royal game, I think it would be you. Krarin, I think that if anybody could upset and annoy her enough to be an actual distraction to a Titan, I think it would be you.
Oh, I plan on it. She hasn't seen how annoying I can be yet.
Have I?
No.
Oh dear.
So glad you came down here.
I am, and he stops and says, Thank you for asking for my advice. Glad I could provide some. Kyra. And he just turns and leaves. And Kyra goes, well, he's warming up.
Still don't trust him.
But it does kind of make it a little bit exciting. I don't think he's going to betray us. I mean,
I think he
besides,
thinks he'd betray us.
I'd just pat her on the shoulder. There.
She goes,
It's just perplexing to me because I wouldn't offer anyone advice on how to potentially hurt you. But he seems
what if I
sincere.
was, what if I was, what if I became dangerous? Would you do that then?
You are dangerous.
Oh, I know. I'm glad that you know. But I just mean, what Etheria is doing. If I changed, do you think that you'd ever plot against me?
No. I can't imagine you changing like that.
Me neither. And she sort of bumps you and goes, let's hope we never find out. It is anybody's action.
I hate planning. I'm so bad at it.
I know.
I'm sorry if I was difficult with Chandras there. I felt like I was playing him right, but then I felt like I was taking up too much time with him being difficult, so I apologize for that.
No, it was great. It
No,
was good.
honestly, he
I
was
think
more
we had some
helpful
good
than I
RP.
expected.
Yeah, me too.
All right, fair. I was worried.
I'm just gonna lean over to Kiki and say, of course, you know, if you go evil, I'm going to have to take you down.
Cocks an eyebrow up. Just looks at him sideways.
That's when your mom walks in.
You let me in.
What are your intentions with my daughter? Gosh.
My intentions have been made very clear many times. Actually, no, you put the moves on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You've been spying on us, Cray.
Oh no,
We need
this
to
is
get you
Jen.
back with Seema.
This is Jen
Really,
talking
we
above the
really do
table
need to
talk.
get you back with Seema, Cray. You think
Getting
Well,
cranky.
you know, I talk to her kind of every night, so it's basically just one message, really. But you know, we talk every night, so it's pretty cool. She's cool.
I
I did the
can't
workout.
even imagine the disaster that could potentially end up in.
And what? Does the one message thing? Yeah. Yeah, that can be quite.
I've heard you speak. I can't imagine that just one sentence
Listen,
would come out
you
without
know,
some kind of
I'm just saying
misunderstanding.
I got
there
asked
is no
to join
talking.
an orgy, no chance to explain.
You know,
She's making.
all I gotta say is that there was no talk about urination. We're good.
I think
No,
you're past the
but
third
you're.
date at this point, you
that
know.
is so specific that I don't believe you.
Just don't take
No.
dating advice from Euphemian. I'm just saying, or do
Okay.
take it actually. I don't know. I need to
I
go
don't
work
need dating
out.
advice from anyone, thank you.
Oh, this is true. I should go check on that really weird rogue dragon. Is he even still around, or is he like on the
Name.
ship with like the turtle? Like I don't even know if he's around anymore.
He's on the ship, but he's been on the part of ship that people go to when it's very hard for Ben to keep track of everybody. That's a
He
specific
started his
one.
own support group with
Unacceptable.
everybody else.
He talks to the other little dragons. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
finally,
he mostly
people.
hangs out with like Calliope and Clotho and stuff like that. What was I gonna say? But you can check on him if you'd like.
How big is he grown? Like it's literally only a few days, but is he like? Is
I
he
mean,
got a little? Little tummies, a little bit chubbier.
He's not that. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say he's the same size. He's still like dog sized, which he was before. I'm gonna say,
That
yeah,
leaves
he's not. He's not.
absolutely no room for variety at all. It's
Yeah,
very
no.
specific.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Just uh.
We talking
Well,
Chihuahua or Great Dane?
picture like a Chihuahua, but like one as big as a golden retriever, and he'd be that size. So what was he gonna say? No, you. I would say that this little dragon, he's been on the ship, and I'm gonna say off the top of my head, he's been not a menace, but very difficult. Like people just have to stay out of his way because he nips and snaps at them and growls. There was an incident where he did chase Harkus and was separated from Harkus. I will tell you that right now.
I'm sure Harkus started it.
Mhm.
That's right.
He's
So,
he's kind of I don't know if you know, going back to the dog metaphor, I think we've all seen the types of dogs who like aren't like running and ravaging everything, but like if you get near them, it's the growl and then like, oh, they will rip out my tendon. But like as long as you're leaving them alone and the food bowl is filled, I think that's kind of where he is right now. There's nothing pleasant about him, but he's not active threat. Is that answering your question, Jen?
sure.
All right. I should probably follow up with you on this after the session as well, because I want to make sure we're on the same page with this. Um, roll animal handling, Jen.
Oh, great. Oh, okay. It's actually not that bad. Well, we'll see. Let's see what the dice gods say. Oh, 20. Dirty.
Dirty 20. At a dirty 20, I will tell you, all joking aside, you don't see any sign that he's actually adapting or getting better. He's
Okay.
kind of just connecting with his surroundings, but he's kind of just like making do with his surroundings, but you don't see him as like um
Getting
as like
friendly or
warming up to
whatever.
anybody like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he and Arcades interacted at all? I wouldn't
I
put it near him,
I
but
don't think so. I don't think so. I may put that in, but right now I think that the other dragons would just know. I think anything that the other dragons would do would be because they're so much smaller. They're so much smaller and new. Would be like getting close to him and then picking up on the vibes and never getting close to him again.
Mm.
Um, none of the dragons are old enough. Let me put it this way: if the dragons were old enough to have powers, it would have been very terrible for everybody on this ship. But they're young enough now that they're just not fucking with each other.
They're just like the little kids that like hang out, but then they have their bully in the room and they're like, nah, screw that bully. And they don't hang out with him.
I love this description.
But then you feel bad for the bully because maybe there's acting out because he's such like, there's problems in
Now
his
he's got a
background or something.
at
leather
home
coat and
and
a pack-a-day habit.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Alc-
Then like you get to know the bully, and then like they sort of open up to you, and you guys have common ground, and it's like we're not so different, you and I.
And then the
And then like
first chance he sucker punches you
yeah,
behind the playground at lunch.
I feel
yeah.
like we should do a side, like a one shot of us just being the dragons. Fucking hilarious. That'd be
um,
amazing.
that would be fantastic. I wanted to just keep this going for as long as the bully description as long as possible. So like, and that's the dragon. So
The aristocrats.
the aristocrats.
Oh, great.
That's honestly that's gonna be the last thing I say in this campaign at this point. Um,
okay. So what do we expect on the island when we get there?
Oh,
Since
yeah, that's
we're
right.
1 day away now.
I
I
will
thought
tell
we
you that
were.
you guys are gonna get there today. Like when you guys are done doing the things you're doing, we're going to get into it.
Okay.
I will tell you right now the things that you can expect that is this is an island of chaos that is a blind spot to the fates apparently that only the Lotus Witch knew about. You haven't found anybody else that knows about it, and it would be where the true Euphemian uh, can be found allegedly as being neither alive nor dead.
But I mean, what is our play when we get there? Like, are we connecting with him or are we trying to kill him? What's going on?
I think we have to put him at rest one way or the other, but I don't think we can actually say what that's going to look like until such a time as we see what his behavior is like. If he comes out trying to kill us all, simple enough.
Do you think there were any clues in Kyra's story?
I believe I skipped that one.
Oh, it was about the origin of the Minotaur and
Is
the
Kyra still in the room when you guys are discussing this?
I
Yeah.
don't think she left.
I don't recall her leaving. No.
Okay, so when you say I was on the room, Kyra would be like, well, I'd be glad to tell you the story again if you'd like.
Perhaps just the Cole's notes.
John
Cole, you know.
Oh, yeah. I don't care for him. Stories are this whole, I'll skip. I'll save it for later. She's explained. Allie, do you want to do the summary of that? The she would basically explain the let me look it up. The origin. I mean, Reed, you heard it, right?
Yeah,
Actually,
I
Reed
heard
it.
it,
I just realized I was gonna summarize it for you, like you weren't there. You motherfucker. She summarizes it.
Okay.
You scandalous rogue. And she's gonna go. I don't know a lot about this island. They're ones that I've heard stories about, and I mean, what I can tell you is okay. I'm gonna tell you something, and you have to understand that it's gonna probably be symbolic. Okay, so don't. But people call it the maw as well. MAW. She goes, the mouth. Um, maybe it's because there's something dangerous on there, or maybe it just looks terrifying.
It's
But they
literally
mean
going to eat us.
the mouth to Hades. The path to Hades.
That's different, like out of character. That's different from the Nether Sea where Lutheria rules.
I will give you guys this for free. Hades is hell. It is not like a hard. I mean, I guess because it's Greek mythology, it is a hard to find location. But I don't mean it like an especially obscure and unpleasant place. I mean literally where souls go when they are dead and claimed by the underworld. It is a physical place. There are beasts and creatures there, and you can physically go there and chill. Shout out to my guy Orpheus. But like, it is primarily the House of Souls. And when I say you can go there physically, what she is saying is that according to stories, this is the mouth of Hades. This is where you go there physically. And like, I mean, there might be more than one way to get to Hades. I mean, there's the really easy way. And then there's I mean, there's other gateways. I mean, I heard that the Fates had their own path to Hades, but I never saw while we were there. So anyway, be careful is what I'm saying.
Terrifying.
Now,
I'm
as
gonna
far
say,
as
mhm,
we know,
mhm,
because I'm basing everything on Greek mythology itself.
mhm.
We're talking about literally the plane. They're not necessarily the literal aspects of that plane. There's nothing like the.
I'm sorry. You're both cutting in and out, and I don't fully understand what you're getting at. So can you please clarify in several ways?
Well, Charon, the River Styx, the River
Mhm.
Lethe.
Yeah.
Not that literal to Greek mythology.
No, it's not a one for one.
Okay.
Our equivalent of Hades is here, and it does use the name Hades, but I promise you, it doesn't use any of the same. You can know what to expect. If this does result in Hades, because I have sections on that, then you're not gonna get like a river and a surprisingly hot boat guy from the video game and stuff like that. Um, it's a hit game, Tammy. I'll show you. But um, she goes. Kyra goes. You know, there's someone else on the boat now who knows a lot of stories. If you want to ask her. You're muted, Tammy.
Yeah, I'm just
Uh,
mouthing mama.
but that's up to you guys. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to get to the island, or you want to do anything else?
Any kind of information ahead of time might be helpful. If Ophia has intel that we could use, might be worth asking her about it.
All right, we're gonna just, for brevity's sake, sort of zoom past. What was it? We're gonna sort of transition over to Ophia in the room with you guys, talking and just being like, Hexia would tell me things, and sometimes I'd hear her talk to her allies, and she's seen a lot. Apparently, she traveled a lot before she settled down here. Apparently, she was in a lot of pain. The world, as Hexia said, was primal energy woven together. And there's a spot in the world where the energy was wrong, I guess. Hi, Fatima. Where the energy was wrong, it wasn't used properly, or it ripped. She called it like a tear or a tangle or something. And she said that I think she thought she might get allies from there. She considered getting people from there, and I think almost sent uh, that Medusa lady over there. But ultimately, it was a bad idea because the place is at the core of the island is an unfiltered chaos rip in the primal energy, and it can make you more powerful than you can imagine. It can make you monstrous. And apparently, Moxina considered going there at one point and absorbing some of the power, becoming stronger. Hexia decided against that idea. And I guess it is possible to go there and get stronger. But also, because of the uncontrollable nature of the power you're taking in, there's no telling what you'll become. It's possibility. It's chance. It's things that shouldn't be, things that couldn't be, things that have never been, things that we don't know about. They can happen and twist on that island because it is it is soaking in the warmth of untethered potential. Hexia said that it was the entrance to hell because you go mad when you go there. Kyra says, well, actually, it was the translation that I have is the mouth of Hades. And Ophi goes, oh, okay. Just completely like acknowledges your opinion. Because if you're going there, that is, watch out for each other, okay? I know you're strong. But this is something different. This is something that Hexia and Moxina didn't want to go to. It's not a place with logic or plans. You understand?
So we'll have to improvise.
You have to be careful and look out for each other. And she sort of looks over at Kiki. And you can tell she means like look out for each other, but she means like don't let anything happen to my little girl, you fuckers.
I'm not sure if that's a place that we should bring Starlight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I just
should
don't
probably
think
leave Ismene too.
I don't think our baby should be there.
No, I wasn't planning on taking Arcades.
People have gone there and tried to bring creatures there. They've tried to harness that power, and some of them get stronger, and some of them are warped into something else entirely.
Should we bring Bulbug on board for this type of trip? Or
Is he the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems nice. He's nice.
He works out.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
You want to work out with us one day?
Yes. I was hoping you'd ask.
And I look at Kiki.
Oh, did Kiana want to join us too?
Yeah, you're
Don't
welcome
feel
to join.
obligated. Don't feel obligated just to humor these bozos.
Kiki, I haven't been able to have my own hobby or get stronger in 100 years.
I'm just saying, don't let them force you. That's all I'm saying. But you better show them what's what.
Crayron, sweetie, if you don't let me work out with you, I know where you sleep, okay? Does that satisfy that, Kiki?
I kind of give her like a secret high five, but the low one, like yeah.
Major eye roll.
And Kyra's gonna go, well, I mean, you've overcome worse. You're gonna hear Clotho call out that she sees land ahead, also with some confusion in her voice. As you get to Typhon, the maw, the mouth of Hades. And as you do get closer, we shall choose your party composition when we get back from break. For now, let's take 15 minutes. I shall see you all at about 7:59. You are all beautiful people. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you guys soon.
See you soon. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. We are Roll for Bowl. We are resuming the story. We have a decent turnout for people that are here tonight, so we are glad that you're here. Be sure to follow, subscribe. Tammy is dealing with the cat, and I'm sorry about that.
Oh, I could say
She's got
something real
cheese
bad
on her
right now.
nose and she doesn't know.
We know,
Sorry.
and we judge her for it. It's fine.
You hear that, Kiwi?
What is it? So yeah, we're roll for ball. We're gonna resume this. The story's gonna end a little bit early today, just so you, like 5 minutes early, just so you guys know. And I think that's it. I'm also starting up the what was it? Allie, I'm not sure what you mean if you want to tell us, but you're gonna say I guess yeah, we're gonna get going, and as if you guys have any questions, let us know. My thought process was completely thrown off. So the heroes have seen the island of Typhon, or Clotho's seen the island of Typhon, and I think as we call for a music change, are you guys all going above board, or do any of you want to stay below deck?
No, I'm going above.
As I'm walking up with Euphemia, I'm like, man, Clotho has some really good eyes. She can see a lot of shit.
She
Um,
did crash a boat, so I don't know how good the eyes are.
Anyway,
um,
she's good up on the crow's nest.
as you guys get up, it becomes less and less impressive that she saw this, as you see the island. There's a massive volcanic island within view, and shall I wait?
No.
All right.
Carry on, you little shit. Carry on, please.
Understandable. As you see this island, massive volcanic island, smoke belching out of the middle, and lava streaming down the sides. You can see black sand beaches on the shore, and the water itself getting rougher and more choppy near the island. And Clotho called out early for a specific reason, which is that you could see the jagged rocks on the horizon around the island, making it hard to find a specific place to land. And before you even get there, this is your full view of Typhon, the maw, the mouth to Hades. And I'll put this in the group Discord as well. If you are not in the Discord, jump in and give us give it a shout out. And so, yeah, what do you guys want to do? And I'm gonna post a message in chat 1 second, but you guys tell me what you want to do.
Scenic place. I'm already planning my next vacation.
Maybe there'll be hot springs there.
And
We do like a tiki bar, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sean just goes, it could be nice. Ophia says it's as she described it. And I think Bulbug would just look at it and say, we've been to a lot of islands. This one seems especially scary. I'm not good with words, but points at it, and that's all he's got.
Well, I don't know if there's a way for us to dock the ship or not, or if we're gonna have to go in and like a rowboat or something. But we
Well,
can.
rowboat. I think Clotho is jumping down to be like, we could look for a place that could try and uh, dock. It'll be a little difficult, and if we mess up, I think even this ship might not appreciate it.
Well, who's the captain here again? What's their call, Captain?
And Bulbug just sort of turns and looks at Euphemian, and Clotho
Is
goes,
it a group
"Oh."
effort?
Clotho goes, "Yeah, I thought Kiki was the captain."
They're together, so might as well. I'm kidding. I don't know.
What's the call, Captain?
Callista.
I don't know. What do you think, Captain?
Captain?
I'm just
Captain?
writing as many adjectives as I can
Do
in
you
my
concur?
description of.
Do you concur, Captain?
I do,
We're not
Captain.
doctors.
And that
I
was
love
the
that.
session.
Just replaying old MASH jokes.
That's right. Well, let's just try to find a place to dock because we have to get on that island. So, if we can't, like, who's coming with us, guys? Are we bringing Clotho? Are we bringing?
Any volunteers?
I think everyone's sort of looking around. I think Chandra say, "I would be curious." Chandra would say.
Stronger
And-
Chandras?
One second. 1 second.
I mean, it's up to you guys, but we could totally go and rowboat there. I mean, like Kiki and I could probably. Well, no, we just walk there. You got water walk, right?
It only
could
lasts
do
for a
that.
certain amount of time, though.
Oh,
That's fair. Kyra's. I think as far as people that would want to go, Harkus would jump up, obviously. Bulbug would be willing to go. Chandras is curious.
oh God,
Clotho is.
should we
What's
leave it
up?
up to the chat again?
Do you guys want to?
1 hour water walk.
You could just walk over there.
Yeah, walking
think
back
Kyra's-
is the problem.
Kyra's definitely interested. Kyra's actively interested in seeing this. Okay, I'm gonna put a poll up. How long do you guys want it?
30
Give them-
seconds.
I can't do that.
Quick check.
Minutes.
2 minutes.
All right. I'm trying to think of. Let's see. Trying to think of all the people you guys typically have on these.
Just above the table, my temptation would be Kyra.
Mm-hmm.
Just
All right, here's-
because Kyra seems like the one who's the least likely to, stick her dick into it.
I put a poll here, and you guys can vote on what you'd like to do.
All right, let's go and vote, y'all.
You guys, if you're watching in the chat, you can vote on who you want their ally to be because they can take one with them on the trip into the island. So feel free to share your votes, and you can vote multiple times. This type of thing where I said that the players can actually affect the campaign by what they vote. If you feel a strong way, vote several times. We got 2 votes for Bulbug, and yeah, the logical choice or the more Chandra's content choice. What is the logical choice, GamerBot?
Oh my God, we're like tied. I don't know how we're gonna break this tie.
Literally
That's
anyone
crazy.
else is the smart choice. Yeah.
I haven't voted yet.
Oh, are you waiting till the last
You can't
minute?
make me pick between these three. Come on, man.
Choose Harkus.
That poor squirrel will die just in the traveling to get to the island.
The ideal would be we just have 2 across the board, and then we're just as fucked
Well,
as
you
before.
broke the system.
But But I
If
mean,
anybody,
honestly, I mean, okay,
if anybody feels a certain way,
Kyra.
you were able to vote multiple times. Yeah.
I mean, Kyra's a good bet. Chandra's, I don't know. I don't know if I'd like above tabletop. I don't know if Jen would like to have like a stronger Chandra's because he's already pretty powerful as it is.
I mean, the question isn't stronger, more powerful Chandras. Is he going to get turned into, a walrus or something?
I
And
mean, to be fair, Chandu Walrus would be amazing.
Do you plan on turning him into a walrus, Euphemian?
Walrus.
Walrus. Well, I mean, chaos. You never know what'll happen. But
All right, we got a little bit more time.
oh,
2 minutes is long.
2 minutes is really long.
It's really long.
Come on, people, put that bacon to good use.
Oh,
I put it to 3
God.
minutes. I think I disrupted because I went for 3 minutes. And
Oops.
GameBot said, "F it, we ball." Oh, okay.
What was
So we have
that?
Chandras and Kyra. This is GameBot said.
Well,
Oh,
we did take
oh.
Chandra's last time. Whoop, oh.
I'm putting in another
All
vote
right.
for. I'm putting another vote for Harkus
Oh.
because I
It
don't.
went
I don't
so
care what
well
happens
last
to
time
my
we took him
point.
somewhere.
Well, he basically
Chandras
ran
and
off.
Kyra tied,
Okay,
So,
Alright.
it was
and
behind
Jen contributed the most
between-
points.
of course.
between Chandras and Kyra, and now it's down to Chandras and Kyra.
All right, you
Well,
guys.
we
What
did
do you want?
eliminate Bulldog.
That's true.
Alright, well, let's
I feel like Chandras has gotten a lot of mileage. Let's
Yeah,
get
let's
Kyra
bring
in
in
here.
Kyra.
Yep.
Also, I
You-
agree with your point that she is probably the least likely to be at risk here.
Can you imagine Bulbug?
Oh
Oh,
my god.
what's this?
Just eat something.
Bulbug's last words will be, "What is this?" GamerBot,
Curi-
have you seen Kyra in action?
Curiosity killed the bull.
I don't think you. It's been a long time since Kyra's actually been your fifth person.
Yeah,
That's
let's do
true.
it.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Kyra.
Tammy's mom
Kyra.
likes her.
I think the last time that we did it, she just came out and it was just sort of like a peaceful island walk anyway.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was at the Heart Island.
Yeah.
She came. Oh yeah, I guess with me and Kiki, she came.
So, for context for GamerBot, since you're new, Kyra, being a Gauze Music, for various contractual obligations, is obligated to more watch, witness, and vaguely sometimes advise more than directly assist. She can provide magic and stuff when they're fighting, but she can't solve a lot of things for them for a few reasons. Just to give you context on what you're about to see. So it's the 5 of you. She's joins you. She'll go get ready, which basically means getting all of her scrolls and everything. Fatima, thank you so much for the gifting. That's so sweet of you. How do you guys want to get to the island? Do you want to do water walk, or do you want to try? You can try and navigate the ship, but it's a roll, and if you roll poorly, even the Dryad will take damage.
Oof. Can we repair damage on the ship? Like, does it repair over time or no?
It needs to be
I forgot.
repaired. It needs to be repaired by appropriate craftspeople back at
Okay.
Mitros.
I'm okay with risking water walk. I just don't know how we'll get back.
Yeah.
Well, we have a dinghy.
That's what I was gonna say. Why don't we use the dinghy?
Let's try it.
All right, we could try Euphemian's dinghy.
Well, it depends on how big.
I'll
Wouldn't
it
be
get
is.
the
on.
first one.
Ah,
Ah,
We are such a horny episode. It's ridiculous.
you have not
You
seen.
say it like it's a one-off.
Yeah. I will tell you about Allie's versus Trod session
No,
later.
you will not.
No, you have to leave early, so we get the goss.
That's right. Get all the good tea after.
Oh man. Okay.
I've never.
right.
It is the only session of D&D I've ever run where the actual positions were relevant enough to the campaign that I had to make rulings on them.
That's so great. That's so great.
I'm not telling them what player or why, Allie. I'm just telling them it happened.
Uh-huh.
like what sex position you mean, right?
Yes, for intercoursing reasons. So you guys are using the dinghy, right? You're going to sail that ship.
Hi,
I
Tammy's
need.
mom.
Right.
Oh,
So
whatever.
yes, are you using the ship? Are you
Yes.
using the dinghy or the dryad?
The
The
dinghy.
dinghy.
I need one of you to basically roll a survival check with advantage, and the advantage is so that one of you doesn't have to say I'm helping them.
I'll do it.
Okay.
And
Got a
plus 4.
Yeah, I got a +3. Like, can we do bless and guidance on you too?
Sure.
Or like, I don't know, at least guidance. I don't know.
Oh my
Whatever you want,
God.
Allie. It's your stuff, so I don't want to.
Yeah, I
I
would
need
give
something, 'cause
guidance,
I
but
got
I
an
don't know
8.
that that'll be enough.
Do you want to do guidance and blessing, or do you want to skip
Yeah.
it?
Well,
All right.
Bless won't do anything. Like I would give guidance, yes. If we were like getting in a tiny little boat to navigate this, I would absolutely do guidance.
What do you mean bless doesn't do anything?
Bless doesn't do
Doesn't-
anything for ability checks. It's
Oh,
just
okay. Sorry.
saving throws and attacks.
Bardic?
Yeah.
Oh, Bardic! I
I
have
thought you meant
Bardic.
bardic. I thought you meant bardic, and I'm like, okay. I'm sitting here like, as your GM, I will respect your decision to not use bardic.
No, Bardic, do it.
Okay, because I
Forget
rolled
we can do
for
it out of combat.
I rolled the guidance and I got a 4 anyways. So
That's a
I'm up
12.
to 12. So and then Bardic is just a 6,
D6, but it's automatically 6. So
an automatic 6. So 12 plus 6, so that's an 18.
The waters are difficult, treacherous, and tumultuous. And I'm glad that you had Callista there because 18 barely passes
Oh,
what you need to get over there without incident.
+4 with advantage. You only had an 8. Damn.
If you
7
had
and an 8, yeah.
if you had failed, I would have either just assumed you used water walk or just gone into rules for being underwater. Barely you get the ship there. You get ashore, finding a purchase of the black sand. And when you arrive, you see the volcano in the middle of the island. You don't see any other signs of life. You don't see any other let me see, you don't see any other signs of life. You don't see any other notions of travelers. There are caverns into the island, into the volcano that lead deeper, and you see those caves. But right now you're at an open clearing with the black sand around you, and Kyra looks around and goes, "That's weird. I would have thought that with everybody else that was here for power and all those other hubrises, that there would have been some sort of sign of them." Hello? She calls out.
Oh, Pyra.
I'm going to sort of reach down, touch the sand, pick up a little bit, touch it to my tongue, and use my divine sense.
Lovely. What is your divine sense? Oh, to sense physically.
Yeah. Celestial fiend undead within 60 feet, who is not completely covered.
The sand is completely fey.
You sense a strange. You sense celestial very near you. And
Oh.
you sort of hear this beautiful ting of music, like when someone hits like a chime. You boom. You also smell foul, rank rot emanating from the sand itself.
Okay.
In time, the chime fades. The stench stays.
I think we should get off this beach. They may not
Carly-chan.
be entirely gone.
I'm going to cast Aid at 2nd level and give me, Euphemian, and Crayrin a bump 5 to our max HP.
Cool. Thanks, Allie. Or Callie.
Whatever.
And Kyra's just look around and say, yeah, let's move away. And she's just looking at this place and just like, there's such a strange energy here. I think your mom was right about this or something. There's an energy here that just sort of, I feel it like in me. It's hard to explain.
It smells like shit.
Oh. I'm gonna find better words for it when I write that down.
All right.
Um,
Well, if it's making you uneasy, Euphemian, let's head off this beach.
Kyra
far?
turned. I think it's like a couple 100 feet away. The entrances to the volcano. You see, Kyra turns around and goes, "Oh, did I not?" And she points over, and you see what was not there previously: the remains of the remains of a stone watchtower that seems like it's corroded and fallen apart over a very long time.
Like we
And
didn't see it before, or it wasn't there.
it wasn't there, but now it's
Okay.
there, like it's been there and old. And here she goes, okay. I'm just gonna. And she like writes this down while keeping eye contact directly at the tower.
I'm gonna think of like maybe having blueberries in my hand. Does
Roll a
anything
wis-
happen?
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh shit. Wisdom save. Oh, I'm just wondering if I get any advantage on any of this. I don't. Okay, wisdom save. Here we go. Ooh, 9.
You don't have any berries in your hand, but you look around and you see this berry bush that's kind of like withered and like drying out of water. And you see the body of this person that was like clearly trying to reach for it when they passed.
Oh,
Thoughts become real
Just-
here, guys. I'm just saying.
do we all see that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why would you think of that though?
Oh, I didn't. I just wanted to go and have blueberries in my hand, and that's what came up.
So maybe
It-
maybe we don't make things real.
This voice says, if you'll excuse me, friends, guests, it's not, it doesn't necessarily, if I may speak out of turn, if that's all right, it isn't necessarily that things your thoughts become real here. It's more that the possibilities may become real here. So do be careful.
Who do we see?
Oh.
You see this tall human man that would be beautiful if he weren't so exhausted, filth covered, long hair, and standing sort of like anticipating you, almost like a butler or something. And I think for his hair, is Cleon, you know how to describe the character. What does he look like?
Oh, fuck you.
He is, in every sense, sort of the golden boy. You know, he's got long blonde hair, would have been perfectly coiffed in his, childhood. Strong chin, sort of aquiline nose, and sort of almost like hatchet-faced features.
Yeah, he has those features, and he would have been beautiful in a different life. But how old is Euphemian right now?
22.
This 22-year-old man clearly took a different route. And you see him just look at you going, you excuse me, sir. Guests. Master is looking forward to speaking with each of you.
Who?
Your host, please.
Does he have a name?
I wasn't to provide any additional information. I was just to escort you to his chambers.
Do you have a name?
Roll a persuasion check.
Is he corporeal or is he like transparent?
He's here. He's here.
He's here. It's a
Corporeal
person.
means like physically present, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Yeah, I
he's
believe
corporeal.
like it's solid. He's here.
Then he's so damn corporeal.
13.
And he goes, my name is Cleon, but please don't, it's best if you, I'm just here to help.
Alright, I'll
Yeah.
try not to act weird about that.
I want to like shoot a look at Euphemian and see how he's reacting to all this.
Yeah, Euphemian, how are you doing?
Well, he hasn't talked.
Yeah.
If that's not enough of an indication,
Yeah.
you know, how do you greet a dead man that you killed?
Well,
Awkward.
And,
Understatement.
nice to meet you.
So
Yeah.
how's the death going? Didn't take, I see.
Oh no. To be clear, this is not the other Euphemian. Just to make sure we're on the same page. But yeah, he looks at you all and he says,
I'm sorry,
wait,
what? I'm so confused.
Oh wait, were you asking me to describe Cleon?
yes,
Oh, okay, like myself.
this is yourself.
Ah,
Oh my god. Okay, wait.
I asked
Okay.
you to describe Cleon. This is Cleon. This is the you that didn't strike the rock.
okay. If that's the case, then we'll rewind. He would be more, he's still got sort of blonde tints to his hair, mostly from
Mhm.
being out in the sun a lot. But the deeper color is, like a caramel brown. He would be almost mousy looking if it weren't for the keen intelligence in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as an adult, I would imagine that he looks quite reserved. He doesn't carry himself with nearly the same sort of presence that Cleon Euphemian does.
Yeah, and he look and say, now my master's home chambers are inside, are near the mouth, and to get to them, well, wisely, any of the caverns will do. They are, however, quite a bit different, so mind your step. If you would. So you got cut off. What was that?
Do you have a recommendation?
Oh, it's not for me to tell you how to carry about your business. I'm simply here to assist my master in his affairs, and he wishes for you to wishes to speak with you.
What is the best way to get to your master, Cleon?
Through any of the three paths, and he points to them and he goes, excess vanity, vulgarity.
How could we possibly choose? By the way, my name is Callista. It's nice to meet you, and I'm going to give him my hand.
He is not going to take it. Like, he's
Then I'm
pointedly.
Then I'm going to
Mhm.
reach out and try to touch his shoulder, if he'll let me.
He does, and he looks at it just kind of like
Right. The second I make
self-conscious more than anything.
contact with him, I
Mhm.
want to cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh.
So
What does Lesser Restoration do?
It'll end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. So blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or ill of some kind.
You channel this into him, and he looks at you and he just says, "Thank you. No one's touched me with kindness since," and he dissolves back into black sand.
Jesus.
You restored him. What would you like to do?
Jesus Christ.
Excellent. Well, how do we pick? Are you okay?
Kyra's just standing back, and she's like, like she's not talking. She's like very much not contributing to what you guys are seeing there.
But she's seeing everything, though. She's hearing
yeah.
everything. Okay.
So excess, and vanity and vulgarity.
Yeah, excess vanity and vulgarity. I mean, honestly, anything will do.
You got me, and are you okay?
Yeah.
I don't particularly like seeing myself like this.
Neither did I. I mean, does anyone want to? Should we vote which way to go, or?
Let's take vulgarity. It seems most in line with how I'm feeling at the moment.
All right.
You already know all my comments, so really.
You should be an expert.
You all make your way towards that cave, trudging through the sand. And as you get closer, you see massive monuments and temples to Lutherian Sidon build and then collapse the moment they finish. And just these tower of Kyra standing tall, holding what looks like flames and this mad look in her eye that just completely collapses. And just one of just people, Prayarin's family, gathered in mourning. And just all of these different sights as you're walking by. You get closer to the cave of vulgarity. You hear the obscene sounds within, the moans and the screams. You hear the wailing, the heat, and within there, you can tell from here. I will not describe the sounds, but I will tell you that this cavern is aptly named. Show of hands, who's absolutely going in? One second. And give me one moment. You walk in and you see this pit in the middle of the room. And within that, you see bodies writhing. And you hear the sounds of the obscenities within. More than this, across the pit on the side, you see a satyr watching proudly as he conducts this strange symphony. This man, with the black fur and his legs, and otherwise wearing nothing, and with these large golden horns, looks at each of you and says, "Welcome, welcome." And you hear the people crying out below. You see nymphs, you see other satyrs. I'm sorry, let me back up. He is not a satyr. He is some kind of human animal bestial thing, similar but not. And he looks at you all and he says, "Welcome, welcome each of you. I assume you are here for the party, for the celebration, for the fun." And he steps over and he picks up this bottle, this flask of wine, and he pours some in his mouth, splashes it over the revelers below, and throws it into the pit after them. None of them seem to notice, lost as they are in the moment. And he says, "Will you be joining us today?" And Kyra goes, and just falls silent.
I believe we have an
Very-
appointment.
An appointment. With who? I don't. It's just, I don't schedule such things. People join when they are called to join. From across the islands, people that sense this come and join. It's not a thing you schedule. If you're here, it's because you were called to be here. And he sort of leans back and goes, "Shall we begin?"
What are we celebrating?
Pleasure and joy and the experiences therein. It's worth celebrating every day, don't you agree? There are people out there. You're correct, Trevledonis. I says there are people out there that are distracting themselves with sorrows and with other people's woes. But in here, we have the pleasure of each and every moment. Would you care to join us?
We're just passing through, thanks.
Are you? Mhm. This is an invitation to join. This isn't a pass to travel through as you wish. Our Bacchanal is not for you to peruse and witness and then idly leave when you get bored. You're here now. Are you backing out?
I've seen far better in other places. You bored me before we began.
Oh, did I? Did I bore you? I'm sorry. Is this not enough for you? And he sort of stands back like sarcastically. Again, holding his stick, stands back, but then he gestures to the pit and he looks at them and he goes, "Well, if you're not here to provide us with that pleasure, perhaps you can provide us a different kind of satisfaction." And he
The
rolls he like sort
satisfaction of our departure. Mm-mm.
and he says, "No, there are delights in this place, carnal and carnivorous. And if you don't want to join, then we still have ways of making our fun." And he sort of holds up his hand, like sort of making a signal, and the others stop and sort of like look up, like kind of exhausted and annoyed. And he goes, "Friends, I'm afraid," he goes, "we have more guests, but I'm afraid that they are not here to join in the fun." And you hear a couple of them sort of moan in disappointment. And what's that?
Sorry to interrupt. Is there a
Go ahead.
clear pathway through if we were to continue, or is this like
If
an
you-
end of the line?
There, I would say the pathway is on the other side. Like there's like the pit in the middle of the room, and then he's on the other side. The host is on the other side, and the pathway is behind him. So if you want to try and book it past him, past all of them, you are welcome to do that. But you can tell right now, you're reading the room right, that this is not a situation where they say, "Sorry, let's step aside."
I'm gonna
big
just kind of
is
like play with.
pit?
Oh, go for it.
I'm just asking, how big is this pit?
Let me see, 15, 20 by 20 feet, square wise.
I'm going
Yes,
to
Gamerbot, this is horny jail.
I'm going to cast Fog Cloud in the pit. It is a 20-foot radius sphere of fog. I'm going to cast it right in the middle, and I'm going to say, "Gin!" And if we have to, I will engage him if he attempts, but we're going to go through.
You guys, you throw this, you throw that, and he goes, "What are you?" And you hear all the people start to sort of cry out in confusion and upset, because now not only are they not getting to devour your flesh, but also they're not going to get to fuck. So you see, you've really ruined their day. So they're you hear them
I mean,
in
if
confusion.
they really want it, they can go by feel, but I don't care
Yeah.
what's going on under that cloud of fog.
You hear them sort of clawing and like crying out in your direction. You start to run by. We don't need to like put this on the camera for the viewers because it's not really that important. But just so you guys have a visual as to where this is, he's right there. And don't make me draw, but like you know what I mean, like this area. So if you want to go just completely run by him, this host, he would maybe get an attack of opportunity, or you could like hit him once, or like, how would you guys want to deal whenever you get within arm's length of him? We can roll initiative on this, or you guys could just like throw me an answer.
When
I wait. Go ahead.
sorry, when Kiki starts to like cast her fog spell, I've seen this a couple of times now. So I'd like to target the incubus
Mhm.
with enlarge reduce. I could make him tiny.
I may accidentally step on him on the way there if I see
Can-
him.
Can we kick him into the pit? Holy shit.
No, I will step
Oh.
on him, depending how small he is.
He might like that.
Feet. We were talking about this last episode.
So what was I gonna say? Did you change your spells?
Well, I changed my spells with the long rest because
Yeah,
for
yeah, that's
whatever
what I'm
reason
asking.
it didn't take.
Okay, because I didn't see the enlarge reduce on there, but I don't, what level is it?
It's just gonna be a second level spell.
Okay, I don't see it on there. Oh, there it is. Okay. He's got a con save of 16. You pull out this magic, and he says, "You're going to have to do a little bit better than that." He goes, "I don't do better than that. I am forged in the primal chaos itself. This is the epitome of pure oh god." And you see him like start to shrink. He gets down to like a quarter size. If you guys want to run past that, the confusion. Do you want to just move past that thing?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
1/8 his original size.
1/8. He gets smaller and smaller. That little beetle just shrinking as you guys run past him and just flee. And you just hear him, "Come here, join the bucket."
I'm gonna fuck you so hard. Sure, baby.
Incarnate, you fuck. Okay, so anyway, you guys move out of there.
Ray is very
That's one
disappointed
way to
because he
solve the
actually didn't get a
problem.
chance to see other boobs.
I want to tell you guys right now, this, as written in the book, is so much more dark, and I wasn't willing to run it. I will tell you this right now, that the loot you get if this becomes a fight is the incubus's hypnotism magic. And I was like, nope, we're not doing that. Nope, not unpacking that. In my canon, this is where what he was basically saying, people that are willing to risk it all for this level of debauchery eventually find their way here. Is my version of that event. Yes, this is alternate Indian Callista, and I would literally just there should, almost as an Easter egg, I feel like there is a satyr in the pit. I feel like one of the satyrs should be the version of Callista that wasn't chosen for prophecy. That's canon now. That's canon. You're just gonna be like, hey, is that as you're moving? I'm not kidding. I'm retconning that in.
The fog cloud descends, and I'm like, wait a second. I could've. Everyone wants to try it. Don't lie.
What is it? What are the fan fiction scrolls? The Silver Scrolls? Kyrus goes, I'll put it on a Silver Scroll. Just go.
I have to admit, the first time we came in, you described him as a satyr. I thought this was evil version Lorius.
Yeah.
That would have been so much better that I wish I had done that. Evil Lorius would have been so fucking good for this. I wish I had thought of that. So you run through. You get, as you're running through the different you're running through the different rooms and then the hallways, and then you find yourself in this large cavernous area. And I'm going to move you guys back to a different map for a second while I do something. Yeah, this is the Orgy Raven, the second Matrix movie. That's what I changed it to. Not whatever the fuck that was originally. I'm not running that. You guys,
I was imagining from The Witcher.
I haven't seen The Witcher, but I believe you.
Ooh. I'll send you the scene.
You guys eventually find your way into a large open chamber. In the middle of the room is another pit. This one, you know what? I'm going to say this is another pit, and I'm going to say this one is significantly larger. You can see the molten lava cascading down from above from time to time, falling in the middle of the room, down below, far, far below. You see the walkways around it. And then when the lava stops for a moment, the magma stops for a moment, you see on the other side this throne with an armored warrior. I'm not going to say armored warrior. An armored warrior standing next to the throne, guarding a man in wizard robes, very beautiful, cleft chin, blonde hair, who's looking at each of you. He's very ornate, beautifully dressed. He's got his robe has the symbol of Sidon emblazoned on the front proudly. You see, like I said, I mentioned the armored people. There are two armored guards next to him. You also see a powerful, brutish man who's sort of got his hands here like this, just gripping, waiting. This man looks at you, and he says, I've heard about you. Euphemian, is it? That doesn't seem right. Does it? Does that seem right? And the man next to him goes, nope, doesn't. Says, let's do away with pretense. Can I call you Cleon?
Call me whatever you like.
Thief? Vandal? Obscenity? Filth?
I've been called worse things from better people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that you always thought that you were better than me. You thought that you were more worthy than me, not just as a person, but for my life. For my life, you thought you were more worthy. You didn't deserve any of this. This that I have around me now. He stands up and he holds up his hands. And as he stands and holds up his hands, you can see all these different colors and prismatic lights sort of flickering through his hands, and electricity skipping back and forth between them. Just his body just like coursing with power. Um, and he says, "This life that I have here, that is the most that I can ever have, despite being Sidon's chosen, despite being one of the heroes of Sidon's destiny, selected by him, bound here, in the only place where I get to be. Are those your friends? Are those your allies?"
I don't think you know the meaning of the word, quite frankly.
What do they do for you? What does that one do for you? Is that your mistress, maybe? What have you done with my life? He says, like, looks at Callista. He's like, what have you done with my life?
I've made it something worthwhile. More than just a legacy of cruelty and spite.
He says, my legacy was mine to define. You took it from me. You took all of that from me. He says, and you're not any more worthy. Is that the world that you want to create? Your righteous, just world where people could just take what they think is theirs, that they want it more, that they can use it more, anything like that? That's your morality.
It sure worked for your family, didn't it?
My
Never earned a
family.
goddamn thing in your life. Everything handed to you on a silver platter from that father of yours working off the labor of every person on that island. Good people trapped there. Done nothing.
It was my life. It was my birthright that you stole from me. I didn't have to justify it to filth like you.
And maybe if you
You did.
had, you'd have ended up in a better place than this. Maybe if you'd treated anyone with a modicum of respect. Somebody had mourned when you died.
No one mourned when I died because you hid my death from the world. You didn't even let me be mourned. Filth. Thing.
I was nothing. And I
You
replaced you.
are nothing.
I replaced you. Which just means to show that you can be replaced with nothing. That's how much of an impact on the world you made.
Nothing. Replaced by nothing. You came here. I don't know why. I knew you were coming. I have people here that can see, and I knew that you were coming. I didn't know why. I still don't know why.
Believe it or not, I held out some kind of hope that you would be able to be reasoned with. Maybe send you back to your peace. But
You want to reason with me. You don't want to apologize, grovel, beg. After everything you've done, you don't feel any remorse.
I've had 10 years to get through any remorse. And the only thing that I can tell you, I am sorry.
Hmm?
But I wish I'd done it sooner.
I've been able to see things on this island. And I can see the world that I was owed, where I was Sidon's chosen to rise against you, to rise against these fleas that you lay with. He looks at the other three and says, in that world, it's beautiful. And as he says this, cavern around you shifts and warps until you see around you. I don't say the building's too large for you to be able to and wreckage too far for you to be able to get too much further than this room. But you see the ruins of Mitros, the sky red. You hear screaming and carnage, and you see the hands of Kintamane rising from the ground, some of them crushing people in their grip, jagged, folded bodies in their hand, in their grasp. See the lightning in the distance. You hear roars of a dragon. You hear Lutheria's tortured, cruel, screaming laughter. And you see the silhouette of Kintamane against the sky. And Euphemian goes, the reality that that I was owed, that was my birthright, would have had me be the destroyer of Mitros. If you wanted to see me and reason with me, with all the cleverness of that rock from years ago, you probably shouldn't have come to an island of chaos and where anything can change and where the truth and the dream can shift. Because Cleon, you miserable, sniveling, deceptive thing.
Can I punch him? Or I'm not close enough.
You're not close enough.
Oh, damn it.
I think it's time that I reclaim my path and you sit here for a little while. He rises, and that's where we're going to end this session. I will put you guys on the map so you can see it. Hello, new viewers. You came at one of the more intense moments that I couldn't acknowledge you, but I love you all so much. This is the area, the room. I'm not putting you guys in the lava, but you can see large room, and there's Euphemian on the other side, and the his allies, his team. Hello, Fatima. Sorry for dragging that out a little bit. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to run Euphemian versus Cleon as they're talking, and then I realized there wouldn't be a lot of witty repartee with Euphemian. He's kind of just an asshole. So I was like trying to run that, and I'm like, no, he'd kind of just be a dick. But yeah. The team is an adventuring party of 4, and that's who you'll be fighting next session. The heroes of destiny that would have been claimed if Cleon had not taken Euphemian's path.
I honestly just want to punch the fucking lights out.
That's valid.
If
looks
that
like-
had been such an important scene, I was checking to see if I had silence.
Oh
No,
my
that's
god,
fair.
that would have been
Oh.
so great.
Oh,
fair.
that has ruined so many moments.
Monologuing silence.
You can
I
silence
was
him
like,
if you
no,
want.
no. I
You
don't
could do
have
that.
it, but also our Euphemian needs to get his digs in.
Oh, 100%. I heard all of those digs. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, here it comes. It's gonna come.
I kind of
I
want
wish
to
I did it
balance.
sooner.
I kind of wanted to balance him having like a philosophical approach on this, like big villains often have, with the fact that he's kind of just like a spoiled brat that was like, it was my toy and you stole it. So I was like,
Yeah.
But next week, I'll see you guys. Come back 6 p.m. Everybody, thank you all for coming. You new people, you wonderful people. We're so glad you came here just at the tail end. But if you swing by, we'll be here 6 p.m. next week. We would love to see you, and have a great night, everybody. Be well.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you
Love
so
you all.
much.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
Bye.